Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skyline, where today we're going to be starting the first of many expansions within the Dead End region, and today we're going to be bringing a little bit of touristy, a little bit of leisure factor to the area. And we're going to build the first, the first zoo in Dead End. A zoo? In the desert, you say? Are these animals going to be able to live here? Well, they're deserty animals anyway. Maybe the giraffes and the elephants. Probably not so much like the, the water creatures. Whatever water creatures there is. But guys, if you enjoyed this, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when our next episode does come out. But the expansions start today in the next coming episodes as well. We got lots of things planned. Lots of things that we need to get implemented in. Now, where are we going to be placing said zoo? Well, the zoo is actually going to be placed over in Flood. We've got this area over here that we've reserved for quite some time from the city for it. I've got to sort out some... Oh, these are not going where I want them to go right now. Hold on. Quickly sort that out. Bam, there we go. Vehicles can flow in nicely. So over here we're going to set a nice little area up for our zoo. Give the town a little bit more oomph and also spend a little bit more of that residential demand in Flood to kind of turn it into a slightly bigger city. Now what I want you guys to do in the comment section down below is to give me some sweet name suggestions to what we could potentially call this brand new zoo. It's in Flood. I don't know if you're going to, implement the name Flood or whatnot. I see what you guys kind of get up to. But I'm going to build it on here. It's going to have a road connection to over here, so they've got to utilize the roundabout and all that kind of good stuff. I'm also thinking as well, there's no way this city can connect to this road going up to here unless they hit there or come all the way down to there. I might do an overpass. I might do some walkways going over so it's more accessible for the train stations. We'll kind of see what we can get up to. But I know that this is going to be quite a little busy interchange when people visit in. So we kind of need to bulk it up a little bit anyway and create a nice little parking lot. So we'll start then with the road. And I'm going to pick just here. Why is this turned? Why are you turned off, you fool? And I bring this out by 5. And I'm going to do a 5x5 bend. And then we're going to create a nice little car park here. And then we'll bunch down a load of trees to kind of really, fill it all out. And we'll do something here, like a couple of asymmetrical roads just to kind of create a few little turning lanes. To kind of make that easy access, easy in area for it all. So what type of car park do I go with? So if I do a 10, right. And then if I came out here by 4x4, ran that up to there. Do the same on this side. So 4x4. Nice little car park to kind of begin with. And we can then sort out the zoo entrance. Unless I actually kind of flip this round. Because I've got another idea I can go with it. Because I realise I have got quite a bit of space to utilise. So if we did a 5x5, we come down, let's say, by another 5, and then do another 5x5. Is that a little bit too close to that then? How about if I scrap and go for a straight 5x5 here? Yeah, we'll work with that because we can build stuff all the way around it anyway. So, car parking side of things. If I then run this up by a 10, bam. And if I do a 4, if I do a 4, bam, bam. So a nice big-ish car park to utilize. Put some palm trees down the middle of each one. And then on the zoo entrance, we can have the main zoo gate be just up here. Now we'll try and reposition it a little bit more central. I don't know if it's going to drag the road with us. No, we're okay. And there we go. The big car park, the big entrance. And then we can do paths going all the way around. Oh, it's going to be glorious, boys. It really is going to be glorious. So, let's sort the road connection out now then before vehicles do start coming down. And we'll go for the asymmetrical kind of system. This one here. So the two on one side, one on the other. So if I flip it around to there, do it to there. I mean, is that a little bit too much? If I create a node here, I don't know what the best option for me to do a node would be. If I did that there, upgrade you here. So the sole reason is to literally create, right? That is the turn in here. That is the turn in there. So you can see how the vehicles kind of bypass it. So then when a vehicle wants to turn in, it's not being caught up by the traffic continuing. I don't know if that's going to be the best option. I don't expect there to be mass amounts of vehicles flooding into this place, but you never know, boys. You just never ever know. So we got to get the water all set up over here then anyway. So bring this up straight across. Straight across. La-di-da-di-da. There we go. We'll get the power hooked over momentarily until we build everything else, because we might be able to combine it a little bit easier. So let's just sort out the zoning first then. So it is technically a park area. So it calls itself from the get-go the Rosewood Zoological Gardens. Now I know you guys can come up with a better name suggestion than that, so please let me know in the comment section down below. And then let's sort out a few of the paths right now. So what's the gradient like around here first, before I go a little bit further? Do you know what? It's actually not too bad. It's actually not too bad. We've got quite a nice little basin, and obviously, you know, it's going to go up as it gets more and more towards the hills. So if I come out by a little bit here and then kind of stick us out by 20 that way. I'm going to then do this about, because I might be able to squeeze something in, at least something in down here. Or is that a little bit too close to there? Because I do want walkways that kind of go over. No, that'll be fine, so I can do like a little gate of some sort on that side. Yeah, so actually with that said then, now the only reason I'm going to do like a little side gate over here is for people who want to access it via the train system. So we sort out a little side gate, which I'll go for this one. And I could also build somewhat of a car park over on this side as well. So let me see what we can kind of get up to on this. So train station is just here. If I utilized something around here. So what we thinking? What are we thinking right now in terms of like a little bit of a car park? How wide is this? These again? So like, are they like a 4? If I was quickly buy a 6, I know we got an 8. We got a 4. I can do a 4. I can put some of them other ones in, can't I? Yeah. But I can't connect to that and that side of it. It's actually quite a little bit of a difficult one, isn't it? It is a little bit of a difficult one. Or is that taking away too much from the main gate, you reckon? It's probably going to take away too much from the main gate if I do it like that. But at the same time, I still kind of... I kind of want it like that, though. That's the annoying thing about it. Right, okay. So if I picked... Or if I come up here by 10 and then go across... like that. So if I did that and then kind of sorted out... Nah, that's shocking. If I upgraded this road... I don't know how I feel about this. I honestly don't know how I feel about this. So if I anarchy the 8 in... And we got a little car park there, a little one-way loop system. You know what? We'll go with that. We'll go with that. So the little side gate could actually be placed in here, but I'm actually going to place it just there. So then this path, 2 by 2. If I go by an 8 here, bring it up by 6. No, actually, we'll do a 6 by 6. We'll do a 2 by 2. As it then passes over. Oh, this is nice. And then we'll do it down by a 6 by 6 to bring it down. And then bring it down this way. And then we'll utilize, that's a 7 there. So if I came up by a 4. So it'll be a 3 by 3 down to that main section, and then we'll build our zoo from this. So this becomes more easy accessible, you know, getting to and from the train station. You can park there if you really want to. We've got all that kind of going on for us right now. So let me just get the last bits and bobs for this in then. So car park there, car park there, car park there. That's all in. And now we can build the zoo. So the zoo plaza then, I think we'll start this right on the entrance. Or I'll put it in the corner here. We'll build it there. Beautiful little zoo plaza there. The little cafe. We'll do the souvenir shop as they're exiting. And we'll do the restrooms. We'll do a set of restrooms there. And we'll probably build more as we go further and further around. Now this is quite a large setup right now. So birdhouse we'll do first. We'll place that in just there. So as they're walking over here, they're looking down and hearing all the birds tweeting, which will be really nice. The antelope. Ooh. Okay, so this is going to require us right now doing a little bit more path work. But I feel like some of this stuff anyway, if I place it down like that, we can utilize the path work for it. So the antelope enclosure we'll do on the other side as well. And then we have the bison enclosure. So how does that look? Okay, I've got it. So if I added in this like about here, so I can then connect the path up. We got the reptile and amphibian house, which I'll squeeze in just there. We got the flamingo enclosure, which I am going to... Right, we'll do some more path work first before we go any further, because there's a lot going on right now. So if I delete that back a minute, just for a hot min. A 4 by 4. So it works there. That becomes a 3. 4 by 4. So it elevates up to there. I don't know why we're elevating up to here. Is it just because of the way that sits? Because if anything, I should be bringing it down. There we go. There's no issues with bringing it down. So if I go to here then, and we're going to try and turn it all the way around. Alright, 2 by 3. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, that's the best I'm going to be able to do just because of the tightness of the area. Say we bring this out to here by 3. Where does that bend take place there? A 3 by 3. And connect in. And we'll go straight off the... Can I anarchy? No, I've already got anarchy on. Oh, can we use the touch it tool to kind of... Yes. Right, all the paths are intertwining right now and connecting. This is good. Real good. Right, bring that down to there. So we've got a decent enough layout right now. So how far did we get then? Did we get the flamingo enclosure in? I don't believe we did. But again, that's quite a large Right, delete you. Flamingo enclosure. We're going to drop it in just here. Now, if I can slightly rotate it. In the hopes that we... Where am I going to roads? Where am I going? Where am I going? We're going to have a straightest connection down to here. So, flamingo done. There we go. We're now on to the elephant enclosure. Again, a big, beautiful, large enclosure. Which we'll throw in just there. Don't have any water in here, so no sea life, unfortunately. The giraffe enclosure has its own viewing deck. Which is going to be fun to try and squeeze in right now, isn't it? Alright, spin that one right round. Or do I bring it this way round? Oh, do you know what? I can utilize it there. Just got to change up how the path is working. So instead of walking straight down, you walk up, view the giraffes as you head down to the flamingo enclosure. See, that works out really well. That works out really well for us. I like it. People are already arriving, by the way. Interesting. So we've done the giraffe enclosure right now. Now we're on to the monkey palace, which we'll squeeze... hang on, what's this one first? The rhino enclosure. Okay, I'll put the rhino enclosure here. A lion enclosure. We've got to get the lions in. I feel like that will be a bit more further up here, though. Oh, if I added in, let's say, for example, that there. So then the monkey palace could actually just go here on the outskirts, and then we can fill everything up in the middle. Add some more bits and bobs in. So I'll add like another little plaza. Oh, we got a plaza just there anyway. I'll add more restrooms and stuff in anyway. But let me just quickly get this set up. So pathwise, we're looking by a 4x4 on the bend, leading up to there. Now, where can we utilize a few more connections? So if I brought a nice little bend here, 5x5, smack bang in. So we're kind of like really trying to connect everything, is what we're trying to do. So that will do just fine for us. That will do just fine for us. And then we'll get a couple of cafeterias in right now. So we'll get one there, and we'll squeeze in one there. We've already got a souvenir shop, but we get a couple of restrooms in right now near where the cafeterias that we've just placed in are going to be. We'll get another couple of these little plazas in. So I'll do one there at the end of that path section. And I'm going to do one there just to kind of slightly fill in the gaps. I'm going to drop a couple of rocks down just to kind of add something to the area. I know we've got some various different types of rocks I can add in. And I don't want to go too mental. Some of them do look a little bit funky. But it adds like a little bit more of a decor to the area. So a little bit of a rock just there. I really like these little overhang ones. So I'm going to squeeze one in just here. A couple of them just here. We'll go with just a couple there. Just to add a little bit more, so when I place down all the palm trees, it's not going to look mental. Alright, spin you round. A little bit of like a natural barrier. Overlooking. And place you up here. The big sinkhole. And you just there. So they contain a little bit of palm tree in them anyway, and it becomes quite a nice looking zoo. So we'll mess around with some of the elevation changes right now. What we'll do is we'll kind of do the shift terrain. I'll use one of the brushes that are a bit kind of harsh. Ooh, undo that. And bring the brush strength right down. Just so then some of these areas and lands are not all as they seem. So it doesn't look so plain and boring. There's a little bit of character, a little bit of chunkiness in the terrain behind. So as a visitor in here, the terrain plays a big part of the scenario the picture that it paints. You can kind of see, like from this angle, as you look there, you can see the lumpiness of the terrain going on right now. Looks pretty good. So it looks pretty good. It looks like it's been caved in there rather than just flat out dug out hole and done for like the sake of it. So as of right now then, there is people visiting. There's a lot of people coming over this bridge, which they will do just solely down to the fact that the train station is here. A few people parking up right now using all of this. I'm liking the little drive-in as well. It feels very prehistoric. I don't know if anybody else gets those kind of vibes. Now the one way I can ruin this right now is planting down too many trees. I am very, very aware that it's like a 50-50 on how many trees I plant down. But gotta get them in. See, and then I don't like... I'll go a bit more bulky around the edges of the road. So I'm trying to keep it nice, but we will go quite heavy in some other areas. But I'm going to go quite dominant around here, around the edges. And then full shebang, bring that brush size down a bit, on the car parks. Oh really? You're not going to allow me to place anything down here? Really, game? Wow, might have to place in some ourselves then. That's really surprised me. So I bring that brush right down. So I've got to place it down myself then. I'm really shocked that that little brush couldn't do these. I am quite shocked on that front. I'm going to drop a little rock in the middle of this as well. But bulk this up anyway because it's all part of the theme. And I'm going to drop a nice little rock in the middle. Too big. Too big. Way too big. Why are them so big? So I'm going to go for a smallish rock. See, now that's too small. I'm not going to win, am I? Oh, it deletes all my trees. So, can I then do it manually? No. Okay, maybe go for a smallish rock then. Do you know what? No, I actually don't like it. What a shame. What a shambles. Oh, there we go. A bit of greenery instead. Becomes a nice little area. I want to place down a little bit more though. What are they actually? What are they? It's just vegetation, isn't it? Bit of vegetation in areas, just kind of bulk it all up. More natural vibes. And the actual bits by the highway right now, we can actually quite go dominant on that. So back to this system here. So one, I want it to be like a natural sound barrier, but two, a bit of privacy so no one's getting a free ticket to the animals. Makes sense, right? No one's getting a free ticket to view the animals. Okay, and then just this little bit here. Bulk it a bit more there because it looks quite open. And I think we're Gucci boys. It's a nice little zoo. It's a beautiful looking zoo, to be honest with you. I really do like how this is quite turned out. So lots of people now arriving. Hoping that this little system there is going to hold up pretty well for us, which I think it will. I think it will. People are arriving. I will up the ticket price as well so we get a little bit more money. I can see a lot of people walking across right here right now. So again, perfect idea in terms of having a little section here because people coming on the train makes it worthwhile, right? Makes it worthwhile. So let's try and fast forward as much as we can. Now the next thing is, do I do a public transport? Do I have any buses over here, by the way? We don't. I think we're going to set a little bus route up that will stop off at the train stations and stop off at the zoo. So in that sense, if I start at the zoo there and go out, it'll come down here, come down this way, turn off here. We'll have a stop just there. We'll have a stop just here, so it's near the train station. Through here. Then what I'll do is, actually I'll bring it down to here. We'll have a stop there. So it's central for all of this. The next stop can be here, so it's for all of this. Next stop can be here for all of this, and it heads back to the zoo. Right? That's how it will be. So this one here is quite lucky because you've got the little split in the road coming down. But I think this one over here, if you're living down there, it might be nice. Oh no, they've got the park there they can walk through. Okay. Okay. And we got the little cut through there for the back of the train station to walk down to this little bus route. So it gets the major points. They can walk. They have got the ability to walk. And I think that little bus route might be a nice little addition to the area. So let's add some more residents then. Let's get some more people living around this place. And all that jazz. So gonna paint down right now. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but if I actually paint down some residential, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of space. We're gonna go by 3. So I can, if I want to, plant down some trees. Well, let me do this with this, because I'm gonna ruin everything. So we'll go to there. Just simply go to there. You're okay, you're okay. 3 here. And then 3 going all the way down. I think you're okay to there. You're alright here. And I think that'll be sweet, mate. Nice little residential strip going in. Let's get that bit there covered. And then I can plant down some palm trees going around to utilize a lot of that space. But that should work out pretty... Okay, there's no water up here. There is no water up here. Well spotted. So that's all low density residential. Can we get away with squeezing in a little bit more high density? Because we squeezed some down here last episode. I wonder if is there any spots that... Oh, and some over here as well. I forgot about that. I think kind of continuing on this front to there. Oh, actually, no. Let me cancel that because the train line might continue to go down to that point. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this peninsula just yet anyway. So I think we'll keep it to there. I could maybe squeeze a little bit in here. Because they'll, you know, just fill in all the little nooks and crannies and gaps. And it's high enough there that I can maybe continue to bend the road to connect to up over here as well. So that could be a possibility. But again, what I've got in right now is really utilizing all the demand I had. So just keep it to that at the minute. So I spotted somewhere. Oh yeah, here, where I wanted to get some trees in. Are we not selected on palm trees? Oh no, they're okay. It all look like bushes then for a second. So get all this down. Just fill up that there so it looks a little bit more beautified. And then run this. If I go the whole hog. So even though I can plant this down and go mental with the trees, it still kind of is a bit shy, a bit timid to go the whole hog. If I place all these down anyway, the buildings will eventually cover or delete some of the stuff for us anyway, so it's all good. Like here right now, this little bit of a strip. I mean, I'm not asking for loads, just a little bit of a strip. So I can plant some stuff down for that little sound barrier. Man, Flood looks so green and so beautiful. I know you could say I'm going over the top with the trees and all that. But this is the old people's retirement area. They love a good zoo, right? Old people love a good zoo. They really do. So how are we doing on the money front right now? Ooh, we're now over 1,000. Nice. We've had over 1,000 visitors already. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. Now, the bus route does go in. I want to see this bus line right now. Is there many people waiting at the stops? Oh, this one's got quite a few. It's over here. There's 13 buses on this route. That might be a little bit too much, but we'll keep an eye on it. Never say never just yet. We've just got to give it time for it to simulate through. Give it time to simulate through. More people are moving to this area as well, so that could obviously aid the bus routes. But the city of Flood is becoming quite the sight to see. Now, do you know what? I'm going to create a connection. So, where's my connection tool? Create connection. There to there. Just here. Bang it in. There we go. Now what's on the corner here? What is that? That is a pharmacy, which obviously will now slowly get deleted. But we'll drop the commercial to there. And we'll drop the commercial to there. And then we got the high density, which will squeeze in all on this side. And this will be the interesting bit right now. If I go a free, and then if I do a 2, and then leave it as that. If I cut that back there, take it as far as that right now, and then the rest I plant down trees. So I just fill around these gaps. So again, the buildings will get rid of the trees on the inside anyway. And then bring down the density and strength a little bit. So, you know, it's still within these areas. You can see how it just like slowly fades away. And bring down a bit more here. Because I don't really know what I'm going to do in this area. So if I loosely plant the trees, you still get that vibe going, but it's not as OTT until I build up on that section. But it's so green and Flood. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, the buses are coming into the zoo anyway. So I don't think the zoo will make much money. I don't think it really will. The best ways to make money with parks like these is to make them like a really, make them a walkthrough route. So people use them even if they don't want to visit them, they use them to walk through. Let me just sort out this because this seems to be an issue too. Make them sure they fly through. Fly through so no one's being held up. All good. Yeah, but imagine walking around this. you get into the zoo right now and you're walking around, you've got all these views of the rocks, the noises of the animals, the running water, the mountains, the trees. It's a cool little area, isn't it? Now imagine this is your exit as you go across the highway. Ooh, damn. And you're out of here. That's actually a good little setup. I like it. I actually really like what we've done so far. I really do like what we've done so far. But there's still so much to do. So much to see. So much to build. Flood is a never-ending cycle of it being built. I don't think Flood would ever be complete because even though we add so many expansions, and we always then come away and do something else somewhere else, there's always work to be done in Flood. It just seems to be that thing. So the land value is really low over here. Now, what is the zoning like first? It's all residential. Now, I could drop some trees down again. It's not really going to increase the land value, if anything. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Squeeze a few things in. Add some shrubbery, some greenery, wherever you can. Take the edge off many areas. But yeah, what's the reason for the low land value then? So land value is it this one? No, it's natural resources. Land value is this one. I mean, it's in the middle. What are they expecting? Is it because of what's going on over here right now? Because of the beautiful water? I could add a little parking for them if that's what they're requesting. I mean, then again, if you look at it like this, the leisure side of things, it is looking a little bit low on the leisure. Let's have a look what we could throw in then for these guys. Stop them whinging. So I could add in a couple of little restaurants. I might like a little, you know, a few little restaurantes just there. Golf course? Ooh, that could be a nice thing to add in at some point. Ferris wheel. You got the a large cinema won't go amiss in an area like this. If I put that there, nice, beautiful, large cinema. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking, boys. And for these guys as well, I think we'll get a nice little. Let's get a little dog parking. They can walk their dogs within the vicinity. And then that will cause some nice little land value expansions. Yes. Very good. Very good. So, the great thing is about these buses, we've got them on the double lane system. Line details then. So, heavily reduced right now. So, I can maybe bring this down to, at best, 6 buses. And even that's probably still pushing it. But it's best to have a bus route than not have a bus route, is what I'm saying. A lot of people now run on these 2 stations. Again, there's something else what you got to remember. These are 2 separate stations. Apparently that's got no one being serviced. That one's got 480. It's a lot of people, isn't it? It really is. But the zoo would have brought a lot more guests and more tourists to this side of the region anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how it continues. But guys, we're going to be continuing the expansions in the next episode anyway. If you did enjoy this episode, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good. Bye.